Hello and welcome to this week's Cari Connects. I am Cari Muggs, and each week I pull a card from a deck to let you know what's coming up and the signs and symbols to watch for that week. So this week we're using this deck. This is my favorite deck. This is one of the very first decks I've ever used when I started to tap into my gift and tap into kind of communicate with spirit. So I always had this gift since I was 5, but I didn't really know how to communicate. And so this deck kind of started helping me do that and understand that. So it's called Ask Your Guides, Oracle Calls by Sonia Choquette. And I will figure out a way. I think if you listen to this on my podcast, Spunky Spirit Podcast, you will be able to, I'll put it in the show notes, maybe a link to this deck. That last time I looked though, this deck was out of stock, but I'll check and see that. Now, so I pulled the cards this week and 2 cards fell out. So as you know, when 2 cards fall out, it just means that they're both significant for that week. So it's the first one is called New Life, Divine Mother. So this week, know that there's going to be something new starting or something beginning, something that you have been planning or trying, or something that you've planted a seed or something. There's something that's going to be new, and you're also going to be protected and watched over by a divine mother. This could be like an ancestor. This could be a mother figure on the other side. This could be one of your guides, but you're creating. And this is what we're here to do on earth, is create. So this is divinely guided. This is why I like that it says Divine Mother. So the signs and symbols to watch for this would be flowers, babies, any kind of mother type figure. If you see pictures of any mother type figures, this is kind of a awesome card because I love it that it could be that you're pregnant. It could be that you're starting a new business. It could be that you are going to start a new relationship. And this is kind of all of the stuff that, comes into from the last readings that we've done, where there's transition and change and abundance. This could just be you get enough confidence to start to something new and start to be creative and start to create, because that's what you're here to do. And the numbers on this card are 4 and 8. So 444 means that your angels are watching over you, your protective guides, which really goes with the Divine Mother watching over you. This is going to be a week of new experiences, of new, almost like a breath of fresh air. So, and 888, which is abundance. So 888 is perfect. Growing flowers, planting trees, new life. So something, and it could be that you just completely start your life. You start a new life. You kind of decide that you want to leave the old person of you behind and start something new. So this is something new coming up this week. Now, the other card that I pulled is called Judgment. So you are going to either feel judgment about this new creation, or you're going to judge somebody. So you need to tap into your higher self this week, because you're either going to feel judged, or you're going to not knowingly or maybe knowingly judge somebody else. So this is kind of don't kick yourself in the butt for this. We are all guilty of this. As much as we try, or as much as we really work on that, it's something that we always compare. We always compare ourselves, and it's something that we need to work on daily. And it's something we need to, and it could be part of whatever you're starting to do, like whatever you're starting to create. You could be comparing that to somebody else and judging what somebody else does, or even judging yourself. Judgment, like, okay, I'm not doing it like that, I should do it like this. Judgment is a 2-edged sword. So you could either be judging somebody else, judging yourself, or you feel judged. So really watch this. And when you feel this, or when this triggers, just try and tap into your higher self. Maybe do a meditation. Know that you are divinely guided. Know that you're watched over. And the great thing about judgment is we are all guilty of it. You're not the only one. As much as people try, just know that, give yourself some grace here, because everybody has been guilty of it at one time or another. So just know that, don't let it cause any tension. Pull in your higher self, meditate, ask yourself why you're feeling this. What is this trigger for? And kind of process it, because it could be this that triggers it. So, or it could be this that triggers this. So just know that kind of go hand in hand. Now, what is this called? a microscope? No, I don't even know. What is that? Okay, so the signs and symbols to watch for the judgment are arguments or tension. And then this little, it's not a microscope. I forget what it's called. Oh my gosh. It's one of those things that people, an eyepiece, or they put it up to their eye, magnifying glass. Yes, if you see one of those. Also, shadow type. And I think I know this is clouds, so watch for clouds. And a shadow type, I don't know, this is like a shadow type figure. So that's also could be a trigger because your shadow self or working on your shadow, is a trigger so shadowing, that's a shadow work. So, and the numbers are 4 and 6, which is crazy because 444 means your angels are with you, which was also on this card. And 666 means you're too much in your head, which means you're overthinking, you're judging yourself, you're thinking about others, you're creating this thing. So watch that. Okay, so these two go to life. Something new, something beautiful, something awesome that you're going to create, and you're going to find or feel judged about it or judge the way somebody else does it. But I feel like it's going to be combined. It could be 2 separate incidences this week, but I really feel like if 2 cards come at the same time, it's going to somehow be combined. So watch for these signs and symbols. So we've got flowers, baby, mother type figure for the new life, the new creation. And remember, you're always being watched over by your angels and your divine mother. And also too, judgment, the magnifying glass, tension, arguments, fighting, shadows for shadow work, anything that triggers that. And just know that you need to get out of your head and get into a meditation and deal with your higher self. Most of all, for this one, give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace and allow yourself to feel it, allow yourself to process it, and allow yourself to know that it's okay. And that's how we grow, and that's how we become who we are, and that's who we become ourselves. Maybe too, you could help somebody who is beginning something new, or you see something, maybe you could compliment them, or maybe you could help them, or maybe, all the time when, a good thing that I do is when I scroll or I see other, businesses, and I think I don't really get jealous, but I compare. And so sometimes, because I know everybody has their own journey, but sometimes I wish them well and send them good vibes because I know deep down that they've tried hard too. And honestly, it's karma and it will come back. So instead of being hard on yourself that you're not that far, just be glad, thank the universe for showing you what you want to accomplish. So instead of being like, oh my gosh, they're doing that, how am I going to do that? Just say, thank you, universe, for showing me what I can accomplish and what I want and helping me figure out what I want. So hopefully that helps you guys. I do have a class coming up in March. Watch for the dates. It's going to be a mediumship class. I'm going to have lots of starts and group readings. I'm going to start doing group readings. So if you have any questions about group readings, you can DM me, message me, email me at Cari@CariMugs.com, CARIMUGZ.com. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week.